Thanks for tuning in. I'm joined today by a couple special people who are going to bring you up to date on some great things happening in one of my favorite organizations, the Order of the Arrow. This is Chief Quentin Kaminsky and Lodge Advisor Joe Wallet from the Cuyahoga Lodge. And there's a lot of things going on that I think you'll be excited to learn about. Before we talk about the day-to-day specifics or even where it began, let's get a little bit of an overview of what the Order of the Arrow is and what it means. And we'll start off with our Chief. Chief, tell us a little bit about the Order of the Arrow.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan. The Order of the Arrow is Scouting's National Honor Society. It was founded off of our three principles of the Brotherhood of Cheerful Service. I really believe that Cuyahoga Lodge is very passionate about our service, not only to Beaumont Scout Reservation with trail maintenance and camp maintenance, but as well as to our Cub Scout packs, giving ceremonies for their blue and golds, and serving our boys in blue. I personally believe that with all of your guys' help, we have made Cuyahoga Lodge a service lodge, what the Order of the Arrow is about.
So it's pretty exciting. The Order of the Arrow dates back to just a few years less than our organization as a whole. And in Cuyahoga Lodge in particular, it's had a really rich history. And so, Joe, tell us a little bit about your experiences here and kind of what's been special about this lodge and what's made the partnership and the fellowship so important here in the Greater Cleveland Council.
Thanks, Mark. Our lodge does go back a long time. It goes back to 1924 when the Boy Scouts was less than 15 years old and the OA itself was less than 10 years old. One of the camp scouters at the time wrote to the national office and reserved the number 17, so that's why our lodge is one of the very lowest lodge numbers that is in existence. We really became active in the mid-1950s, so we look at September 1955 as being really the founding of the lodge in modern times, because that was the first ordeal weekend that we held, which was at the old Chagrin Scout Reservation, which is long gone. Since that time, we've had dozens and dozens of ordeals and brotherhood ceremonies and vigil inductions at all of our scout properties throughout Northeast Ohio.
So I had the great fortune to be a part of Unami Lodge, where it all started, and I got to, in particular, visit Treasure Island and visit the grounds of the first ceremonies and whatnot. And what I was struck by at that camp was the real roots of the organization, camp service, helping to not only support the camp during the summer or year-round operation, but also to promote camps, to make youth and scouts and units aware of what camping opportunities. So, Chief, you spoke a little bit before about the service that the lodge here has rendered. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that you've seen in project-wise or the support that the Cuyahoga Lodge has given to our great camps over the years.
So one main project that Cuyahoga Lodge has worked on is the Yellow Trail at Beaumont Scout Reservation. Some of the scouters really do not know what that trail is about. We are currently working on building it again. We really took 7 weeks of summer camp last year and fellowships this year to finish and construct this trail. So hopefully by the end of the summer we will have this trail built for all the scouts coming up.
That's great. I hope that a lot of you are going to be there and be able to experience not only the power of summer camp, but also to be able to see some of the great works of our lodge and experience the projects that they've helped complete. So, and I know to that end that there's a lot of events that are coming up in the next few months that we want to make sure that not only our brothers and sisters in the order are aware of, but also to make sure that all of our units and all those that are watching out there. And I think the first one that's coming up is Spring Fellowship. Is that right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So with the Spring Fellowship coming up, we're dealing with a recalibration of scouting in Northeast Ohio. We have the opportunity to bring the strength from Wapashuli Lodge and Portage Lodge and create a brand new lodge, which is soon to be announced in Northeast Ohio. The Spring Fellowship is really special. It is a time for where we celebrate Cuyahoga Lodge's last and final fellowship. Our goal is to really make it interesting and different to the youth and making it where they can understand the final parts of Cuyahoga Lodge and understand and remember the moments they had with our lodge.
So when we go out there, on top of the induction of our new brothers, we'll also be able to continue the long-standing tradition of actually sealing some vows, right, and even calling some very special brothers and sisters out, right?
Exactly. Members who are qualified will have the opportunity to complete their brotherhood ceremony at the Spring Fellowship. And in addition, we're going to be doing our final Vigil Honor call out. So as Cuyahoga Lodge, we've got the opportunity to induct up to 6 Vigil Honor members this year. So we'll be doing the Vigil call out and also presenting our final class of Founders Award recipients.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we're really hoping that with this being a blowout event for Cuyahoga 17, that a lot of our legacy scouters, airmen from years past, especially Vigil Honor members who may have fond memories of doing their ordeal, their brotherhood, their vigil in Cuyahoga, that they'll come back and celebrate together with us.
Yeah. It seems like the type of event that you'll want to be at, for sure. It's really, in some ways, while it's a new horizon and the beginning of some new traditions, it really also gives us the opportunity to celebrate the things that have been particularly special about Cuyahoga Lodge, and an opportunity for us to celebrate in our own way all that's meant to so many over the years. So both a mix of great things about our past, and then the opportunity to really think about the future. And speaking of that, as a follow-up to the Vigil call-out, then a couple weeks later will actually be the Vigil weekend, right, where those folks will be able to sit their vigil, for those who don't know what that means.
That's right, Mark. The Vigil Honor, if you don't know, is the highest honor level a member in the Order of the Arrow can achieve, and it requires a special sitting of the vigil and a special ceremony, and that will be held at Beaumont on May 13th and 14th. That'll be our vigil overnighter. It's only open to Vigil Honor members, but we do hope, again, that a lot of people from years past will want to come and join us for the Vigil weekend.
Yeah. I think that's. I think that we'll get a good turnout for that. I certainly hope. So just so we don't miss it, so tell me the Spring Fellowship. What are the dates of the Spring Fellowship, Chief?
Yes. So the dates of the Spring Fellowship are April 28th to the 30th.
Okay.
We're really, like I said, we're looking really forward to making it a great event. We're doing things we haven't done in years past. My top 5 team is working really hard on making this a great event.
Great. So 28, 29, 30 of April, right?
Yes.
And where can you register for that?
So you actually can register.
Yeah, there's a link right on your screen right now.
Yes.
You can check that out.
Yeah.
And so it's also on the new Lodge website, which is
Yes.
fantastic. What is the address for the website?
The website is www.cuyahoga17.com.
Right. You see that link right there now. We encourage you to go on and register for that weekend. Be a part of not only history, but helping to set the course of the future. And I heard there as well that the formal announcement, although it might start to get out before then, but the formal announcement of this new lodge that brings together the traditions and the great people of the Wapasui, Portage, and the Cuyahoga Lodge will be formally announced there. And then that continues with the upcoming, there's another great event that comes up after that as well, right? And that is in...
That's the Section Conclave.
Yeah, the Section Conclave. So this, for some of our newest brothers out there, they may be a little bit unfamiliar with that. Now, this is bigger than obviously just our lodge. This is the lodges from all across Northeast Ohio and in general. So Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll hear a little bit from our chief.
Great, thanks, Mark.
Yeah.
On May 19th to 21st, members of 6 lodges in Northeast Ohio and Northern West Virginia will be coming together at Marnock Scout Reservation for our area conclave. If you've never been to a conclave, think of it as a camporee or a mini jamboree that is all for Order of the Arrow members. So members from Portage, Cuyahoga, Wapasui will go in as 3 lodges and come out as 1 lodge. In addition, we'll be joined by our brothers from Sippo, Marnock, and Onondaga lodges.
Wow.
Who comprise the rest of our section.
Pretty incredible. Now, you've been to these conclaves before, right?
I have.
So what can our brothers expect to, why would they want to come to such an event?
One thing that I really think puts a conclave together is the bonding fellowship. There's so many opportunities that section gives us to have a great and excellent time. It can be jousting and inflatable. It can go to great food. It can go with great patch training all around the section. It's an opportunity to really see who else is out there in the section and have a great party and celebration with the rest of our members.
And this one's with the superheroes theme.
Yes. Also, registration is out, so if you'd like to register, we have the link right down at the bottom again. So make sure you go out and register for that as well.
And of course, fellowship at all of these events is a main reason to come out, and then the cheerful service part. All of these events will have some opportunity to give back, support our great camps. And that brings me to, I guess, our final point is that on top of our spring fellowship, on top of all that's been going on, during the summer at Beaumont as well, we have members of the lodge that are also there to help induct new members that are actually there for their summer camp experience. So tell us how that works. They both get called out, and then they can complete their ordeal at camp. So tell us a little bit about that.
So starting on Thursday night at Beaumont Scout Reservation, they have a family night campfire where they have the call-out ceremony for members that have been elected in the Order of the Arrow for our lodge. Starting Thursday night, we have the pre-ordeal ceremony. Then we move into the next morning with the service project and the ordeal ceremony. So any members that are interested in coming out and helping out our members, you can come down any week during summer camp on a Thursday night, sign in with Augustus, and you are ready to help out.
So our summer camp ordeals provide opportunities for members or candidates who are elected during this election season, January through March,
Okay.
to be able to complete their induction into the Order of the Arrow during their troops week at summer camp. Makes it easy and convenient for them to go ahead and complete the induction.
Beautiful. And at the beautiful, picturesque Beaumont Scout Reservation, they can get their sizzle and their
Get their sizzle
their
with a
ordeal.
call out and
Yeah.
their ordeal.
That's awesome.
It's an awesome event.
It is.
So anything else you want to share, Chief?
I recommend everyone to come out to the Spring Fellowship. It's going to be the last opportunity our lodge can spend together. We're really working hard on it. Things that you've not expected or seen at other events will be at this event. We're making it very special, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys out there.
Excellent. Advisor Wallet?
And we look forward to the new opportunities for the Order of the Arrow to provide service to scouting in Northeast Ohio.
I agree with these two fine gentlemen. We couldn't be more excited about the future and what the Order of the Arrow has not only meant for the last 102 years, but what it'll mean to scouting as we move forward. From crossover ceremonies, from Webelos into Boy Scouts, through vigil call-outs, just taking the chance to really connect with each of you through fellowship is a big part of the Order of the Arrow. Cheerful service and brotherhood has been a long part of scouting, and we hope that you'll engage in any of these great opportunities and continue to serve alongside of us as we continue to serve scouting, just like the Order asks us all to do. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you soon.